The Tennessee Titans might have just got one of the biggest steals in the NFL draft, and that is taking Malik Willis, the successor to Ryan Tannehill, and possibly their new franchise quarterback down the road. Today, I wanted to dive into Malik Willis's film, analyze what he does well, what he needs to improve on, and really answer the question, could he be the next franchise quarterback for the Tennessee Titans? So without further ado, let's dive into the film breakdown. Taking a look at this first play here, I really want to highlight one of the biggest strengths Malik Willis has, and that's his arm talent and his ability to push the ball deep down the field along the sideline. So pre-snap here, we're going to have a cover 2 look by the defense, and offensively, we're going to be working this out and go concept at the top of the screen. And at the snap of the ball, we're going to see it's going to be a simple read for Willis here. All he's going to be doing is reading this flat corner. If he decides to drive, he'll throw the go route. And as I freeze the frame, that's exactly what happens here. This cornerback's going to drive hard, trying to take away that flat out route here. And because he's driving and this cover 2 safety is rotating over the top, it's going to create a really tight window shot here, which we see Malik Willis take advantage of fully. He's going to drop a dime here, putting just enough touch to get over that underneath corner, but not too much to let the safety affect the play. And it's an absolute dime by Malik Willis. I'll have to play roll from the top one more time, but just keep an eye on the arm talent here, that ability to throw with touch and accuracy deep down the sideline here, hitting this cover 2 hole shot. So we've seen Malik Willis hit that hole shot, throwing with touch and accuracy deep down the sideline. Now I just want to look at his overall deep ball, and I was able to attack over the top of the defense deep down the sideline. So pre-snap here on this next play, we're going to get a cover 3 look from the defense, and I really just want to focus on the hitch route here at the bottom of the screen. It'll be a double move, hitch and go by the bottom receiver. At the snap of the ball, we're going to see the receiver set his route up perfectly here. He's going to stutter step here, flash his shoulders back inside, and this is going to force his deep third corner to drive on this, expecting that hitch route. But instead, all this is going to do is let the receiver kick back into second gear, get over the top here. Malik Willis sees this, reads it perfectly, buys time in the pocket, and drops a dime over the top of the defense. I'll play roll from the top one more time, but just keep an eye on Malik Willis here. He reads it, he sees that corner biting hard on that hitch route. He knows all he has to do is stand tough in the pocket, and he drops an absolute dime over top of the defense here for a big time touchdown. There's no doubt about it, Malik Willis has a cannon of an arm, and he works well throwing that deep ball deep down the sideline. Now, this is going to pair perfectly well with another rookie that the Titans took in the first round with Treylon Burks, who dominated in college on those deep jump balls deep down the sideline. He dominated on beating that press man coverage, getting over top, and being that deep threat for Arkansas. So this is seemingly like a match made in heaven so far. So we've seen a lot to like in the passing game, but let's flip gears here. Let's talk about what the Titans really want to do, their bread and butter, and that's running the football and what Malik Willis brings to the Titans running game. So taking a look at this next play now, we're going to be seeing pre-snap. The Liberty's dialing up a QB sweep, their QB outside zone package here, just like the Titans like to run with Derrick Henry. So at the snap of the ball here, I really want to focus on how these backers, they're going to pursue aggressively over the top here, trying to not let Malik Willis get to the edge and get down the sideline. But Malik Willis knows he reads this just like a running back. With all these backers pursuing aggressively over the top, it's going to create a cutback lane to the backside, which he easily rides right through, runs through some arm tackles, gets back down the sideline, and finishes it off for a big-time touchdown. I'll have to play roll from the top one more time, but just keep an eye on Malik Willis' vision here as a runner, be able to read that pursuit from those linebackers over the top, and how it opens up this cutback lane where he runs through a couple arm tackles to get back out into open field and create a massive play for his offense. Now, we've seen Malik Willis create big plays off that outside zone running scheme. Let's flip gears here and let's look how he fits into a gap-style running scheme. So as we look pre-snap here, we're going to see Liberty, they're dialing up a QB counter play here, so a little bit of gap scheme action. And at the snap of the ball, I really want to just focus on how patient Malik Willis is to allow his blocks to set up for him. So we see down inside here, this front side tackle is working to seal off and down block the front side backer. We see the interior D lineman, they're creating a wall here with all these backside backers blitzing in the nose tackle. We see this guard here, he's pulling, logging the defensive end. Now we got this polar coming around for the safety. We got the receiver for the corner. Malik Willis follows that polar all the way to the outside, following him to the promised land, picking a big time touchdown. I'll have to play roll from the top one more time, but just keep an eye on how patient Malik Willis is, reading out his blocks, following his polars, creating big plays and explosive plays for his offense. There's no doubt about it, Malik Willis is an electric player when he has the football in his hands. And now pairing him up with Derrick Henry, having two dynamic runners like that in the backfield just sound like headaches for opposing defensive coordinators. So we've seen a lot to like so far from Malik Willis. He's got that cannon of an arm to attack deep down the sidelines. He's an athletic runner that can run through arm tackles, create big plays on the perimeter. But now I want to flip gears, and we do have to talk about some of the big red flags I saw in his film. So heading into this next play here, we're going to see the defense, they're dropping into a cover 3 look defensively. And offensively, I really just want to focus on the route here, highlighted in blue. It's going to be the seam route out of this gun bunch formation. And at the snap of the ball, we're going to see the seam route come wide open here. We see he splits these two safeties deep down the field. The middle field safety is not coming back to the middle of the field. This bottom third corner here, he's too far to the bottom of the field. The hook zone defender is not getting the depth, and we see this big window here opening up in this red circle. Malik Willis has a clean pocket. He could be throwing the ball right here on time with anticipation. But as I let the play roll a little bit, we see him get out of the pocket, roll out here, and choose not to throw it. I don't know if Malik Willis just didn't see it, but if we flip back and let the play roll from the top again, we're going to see he pump fakes here like he sees it. I don't know if he's too timid to throw across the middle, but he has a can of an arm. We've seen him attack those cover 2 holes deep down the sidelines. He has the arm strength to fit the ball in there for a big-time touchdown. He just decides to get outside of the pocket, run around, and throw an interception. This is a major red flag I've seen consistently on Malik Willis' tape. That's whenever he has the responsibility of throwing across the middle, he either just doesn't throw the football and scrambles, or he holds onto the ball too long and takes an unnecessary sack. Building upon some of those red flags, another issue that was talked about a lot is how he ran a simple offense at Liberty. For an example, on this next play, we see it's an RPO play. All he's doing is reading the leverage of the defender circled in white. Since this defender's cheated into the box to help support and stop the run, all Malik Willis is going to do is pull this ball and throw this quick hitch here. It's a simple read, just a pre-snap read to get the ball out of his hands quick, and it's not really requiring him to progress from one read to the next. All it's doing is just a quick pitch and catch from the quarterback. So people are concerned that this isn't going to translate to the NFL, that he's not going to be able to develop as a drop back passer, and the transition might be too much. But this is where I like to argue the point that the Titans were the perfect fit for him. He's getting drafted to a team that already has an established veteran quarterback, so he's not going to have any pressure. Malik Willis is not going to be thrusted into the week 1 starting lineup. He's going to sit all year learning behind Tannehill, having a year to learn this Titans offense, and really prepare for his shot during year 2. It's already obvious from this film breakdown that Malik Willis has the foundations in the making of a franchise quarterback. His physical tools are off the chart. He's got a cannon of an arm to take the top off of defenses. He throws with great touch and accuracy to hit those hole shots against cover 2. The only thing that it's lacking here is that ability as the true drop back passer to be able to read across the middle of the field and make these throws across the middle of the field. But this is all coachable. Like I said, sitting behind Tannehill is going to help this developmental process and the mental side of the game. On top of that, you factor in his athleticism and his ability to run the football. It adds a whole nother dynamicism to this offense that's going to pair with one of the best running backs in the league in Derrick Henry. Can you imagine being the opposing defensive coordinator week in and week out, having a game plan for Malik Willis or Derrick Henry running the football? That just sounds like a major headache for any defensive coordinator. Overall, I think the Titans were the best fit for Malik Willis. It's going to give him time to sit and learn behind an established veteran quarterback like Ryan Tannehill. He's also going to step into a very productive and efficient running game with a running back like Derrick Henry. I think this is all setting up and making it be a poise for a breakout season in year 2. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below, though. Is Malik Willis going to be that next franchise quarterback, or he's going to be the next quarterback bust? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Like I said, I love the upside of Malik Willis. He has the foundation of a franchise quarterback. Now he's just got to put it together and take advantage of this year he has to learn behind a veteran quarterback like Ryan Tannehill. But that'll do it for me. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. I love hearing from you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.